Hi, welcome to my latest edition where I talk about how I'm going as I'm living over in Washington. So today is all about another Smithsonian and a couple of other things. So I went to my first proper Smithsonian museum. I went to the zoo last time. This one was the Smithsonian American History Museum. So it's a mix of all kinds of things. I first heard about this from a Simpsons episode where they went there and checked out Fonzie's jacket, as well as the Declaration of Independence. So I thought, I'll see the Declaration of Independence somewhere else, but I definitely want to see Fonzie's jacket. So I headed out to check that out. And it was a really good museum. It had, again, it was a mismatch of all kinds of things. There was all about food development in the US. There was the machinery and all that they've built and all transportation and things like that. History of American democracy. And then there was the entertainment area where I was expecting to see Fonzie's jacket. Look, I never did find it. I don't know if it really was there. Did the Simpsons lie to me? Maybe they did. There were some areas that I really liked. So they went through all the presidents, but then they had the first ladies and outfits that the first ladies had worn, which I really liked that one. That was really, really good. The other thing they had was the original Star Spangled Banner. So they had the history of how the song came about and how the author was watching, I think in Baltimore, there was a fort and it was near the end of the War of Independence, and it was a particularly heavy battle, and they were worried that the fort would fall, and he saw it the next day and it was still flying, and that inspired him to write the Star Spangled Banner. So I saw that. I couldn't take any photos of that, but it was a really interesting story, and I found it quite moving, and I can understand then why the national anthem means so much to the Americans, because there's some quite poignant words in there. So it had a lot of interactive stuff. So for kids and kids at heart, you could do a few things and press buttons and look at stuff. And look, I just found it to be a really interesting and eclectic sort of collection of artifacts. There was even a little mention of Australia in there, because when they talked about money and the history of money and how we were the first nation ever to have polymer notes. So it's always nice to see that we figure outside of our own country, so that was good. So on the same weekends that I went to the Smithsonian, I also headed out to Lake Anna with some work friends. Now, Lake Anna is a large lake about 2 hours south of Washington, and it's a man-made lake that was created to help cool water from a local nuclear power plant. And it's now used well, it's still used to cool water, but it's also a, oh, that's just my air conditioning kicking in. Hope it's not too loud. So anyway, so as well as it cooling water for the nuclear power plant, it's also a massive water recreation place. So people go swimming, water skiing, jet skiing, fishing, all that kind of stuff. And I know what you're thinking, is it really safe to get in the water, and are there a lot of three-eyed fish that they're catching? Apparently it's safe as, but I say that, and about a week after we got back, there was something on the news about kids getting E. coli from Lake Anna. I didn't go swimming, I didn't go in the water. I got a little bit wet when we were on a boat, but a few others did, but they're all safe. So yes, Lake Anna is perfectly safe to swim in. It was really nice. It was a beautiful area. There was a lot of people out because it was a gorgeous day. It was about 29, 30 degrees. I still haven't worked out what's Fahrenheit and what's you know, I just converted because I don't know. All I know is the hundreds are really hot, and that's about it really. Yeah, I don't even know what cold is in Fahrenheit. So anyway, so Lake Anna, off we went. It was my first US barbecue, so I had a lot of fun with that, and they had a couple of Webbers. So I just thought, recognise the Weber. What else did we do there? They had a beaver there. Now, I ask about wildlife because I always ask about wildlife and birds and things like that. And so they had said that they had blue heron, and I've got a picture of that. And then they said there's a beaver. So where these people were is sort of like in a little cul-de-sac or a little, I don't know, inlety type thing, which has a stream that goes, I don't know, downstream, upstream, whatever stream. And then they think that they've got a beaver that has made a dam in there, and that it comes out every evening. Well, that was it. Off I went, and I'm just keeping an eye out, always on the river. And then someone spotted it and went, it's a beaver. And so I got some shots of it. It was just the head, and so it's not super clear. But then, you know, we were sort of having a bit of a chat, and people were saying, oh, well, maybe take the boat out or whatever. And I said, okay, I'm going to sit here because I'm now on beaver watch. And then stopped and said, okay, no, I'm not, and I'm never going to say that again. Because you just think, what an idiot. But I was on beaver watch, but not that beaver watch, real beaver watch. So, so everyone had a good laugh at me, myself included, but I did keep an eye out, and we saw it a couple of other times. Now I've been not obsessed with beavers, but at Adelaide Zoo, when I was a kid growing up, going to the zoo, they had this beaver enclosure, and I always wanted to see the beaver. Now, it was just one of those smaller ones. I think the capybaras are in there now, but they had, you know, they had all of the sticks and everything, like it had made a lodge or a dam or whatever, but you know, but I never saw it. I never saw this thing, and I just figured it just never existed. And now there's no beaver enclosure, and we never heard that the beaver passed away or got moved on, and normally that's news with the zoo. And so I think it never existed, and they just plonked a fake bloody animal in there for us. So when I did get over to the Smithsonian Zoo, again, they had a beaver. I didn't see it. So I did think I'm never going to see a beaver in my life. But now I have, so I'm really, really happy. Later on in the day, we thought the beaver had come back, and I started taking a lot of shots. And then our host did say, actually, that's a muskrat. Now, I don't know whether a muskrat's just a fancy water rat. I don't know. I'll find out and put some stuff below. But yes, so there's a shot also of a muskrat. I really couldn't tell the difference, so who knows. But that was Lake Anna, my first real look at outside a big city. So I was really happy with that. It was a nice drive down. US barbecue, hopefully not the last. And got to see a beaver. What a great day out. Hey all, today's differences is all about the number of police that they have in Washington. Now, I don't mean physical police, although there are a lot of police. I'm talking about the different types of police. So over in Australia, we've got our police, and there's state police, and then we've got federal police, and that's it. Over here, they seem to like to add police onto a lot of things. So they've got police, so the Washington Police Force, and I suppose, you know, LAPD, NYPD, all that. Then they've got the Secret Service, and that, well, if they're secret police, I'm not too sure. So they're the ones that are all around the buildings, like the Capitol Building, White House, that kind of stuff. Then they've got things like special police. So these are police that I think are security guards, but they're called special police. So you'll see them in shopping centres and things like that. Special police. Then you've got the metro police. So they're the police that look after the metro stations, and I think maybe they might do also other transporty things. I don't know. Then you've got the park police. So things like parks and recreational area, they have their police as well. So it's a hell of a lot of police. I don't know if they're all allowed to hold guns. But I just thought, isn't that different? Lots of different police for lots of different reasons. That's my differences for today. Just a quick one today. If you've got any questions though about differences, feel free to drop me a line. So you'll notice that the background has changed, and I actually have moved into my apartment, and I'll give you a tour of the apartment next time. I'm still waiting for my stuff to come over from Adelaide, so it's looking very sparse at the moment. I've got some furniture, but nothing that tells you that it's Lynn's home. But I did want to tell you about the building itself. So I'm in it's like 3 apartment complexes, and they've all got these whole pile amenities that we can share between the 3 buildings. So I've taken a whole pile of photos, and I'll put them in next, because I'm really amazed and astounded at the level of amenities that they've put in place, so that people in the building can just use them, and most of them are free of charge. So they've, I mean, the normal rooms with pool tables in them, fires, lots of comfy chairs, things like that. They've got bar areas and things so that they'll host certain things, like they might have a book club or a quiz night or a games night, and just something else. They'll have a guest speaker come in, and then they'll and have everyone. You can just go up there and into to one of the rooms. You can also book them if you wanted to have a private event. You could book them. I think that costs you though. But it's really good. They've also got all of this fitness stuff. So they've got a gym. There's a lap pool. There's a couple of pools. A couple of upstairs pools. I only took a picture of one pool because when I went up there was a whole pile of people. It's starting to get warm here, so I did want to take photos of people just in case they didn't like it. There's barbecues up there as well. There's so many dogs. People really embrace the dogs in apartments type living, and so I'm seeing a lot of dogs and I'm getting a lot of pets, which I love. But they also then have a couple of areas set up for dogs so that they can run around outside, which is really good. There's also a gym, another area that looks like for yoga or something. I don't know what the hell that is. And then basketball court, tennis court. The basketball court doubles for all kinds of things. I did a Tai Chi class the other day, but it also does volleyball, soccer. I think they might do yoga there. Maybe they do that in that other room that I don't know what it is. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I think I picked this place out because I did think, look, I'm going to be over here by myself. If there's things that are going on in the apartment building that I can do and I don't have to leave the building, then that keeps me safe. And yet I'm still socialising. I'm not just completely isolated or anything like that. So far it's been really good. I do have book club sorted. Luckily I'd already read the book, so I might just do a refresh or watch the movie, do a George Costanza and watch the movie. But here are a whole pile of photos of the amenities. the other thing is I'm on the 10th floor, and I had my first lesson in listening to what people tell you. So I had the walk around, and I'm right next to the fire escape, which is stairs down. And they said, for security purposes, once you get in there, you can only go down. And I don't think I really understood what that meant at the time. But anyway, I went in there to check something, I don't know what. And the door shut behind me, and I thought, well, it doesn't matter. I live on the 10th floor. I can get back in again. No, I can't. And then it suddenly dawned on me, I have to go all the way down. Oh, there's no way. So I had to do all 10 flights down. And I was knackered at the end, but lesson learned. Although I might suggest to them, at least can you reopen it? So if you do get stuck in there, you at least can get back to your own floor. Anyway, lesson learned. Next week, I should be able to show you my apartment. But that's all from me, and I shall talk to you next time. Bye.